Thank you very much, Representative. First, let me thank the Pleasantville community for inviting us out this evening to have the opportunity to speak to you. I know, as many do, the history of this community and how politically involved its citizens are and concerned about their community and the city. I am Dwight Jefferson, and I'm running for City Controller. I am an attorney, and I'm a former state district judge. Most recently, I've served as the chairman of the Finance Audit Committee at Metro. I like to bring some of the successes that we had in turning the finances of Metro around to the city of Houston. That starts first with financial transparency, so that you, the public, will have a clear picture of the city's finances. Secondly, it will be fiscally conservative oversight of the budget. That means no tricks, no gimmicks. You will know the true facts. Next, it will be eliminating overregulation that impedes entrepreneurship and the ability of people to start businesses and have successful businesses in our city. And fourth, it will be protecting taxpayer rights. And that's going to be by fighting against mandates from the state that places stresses upon the city and upon you, its taxpayers, to pay bills that are sent to us from Austin. I would appreciate your vote. Thank you very much. The primary driver of the over $120 million projected budget deficit is pensions. And that goes directly to my core principle of protecting taxpayer rights by fighting unfunded mandates. We must go to Austin and we must get relief and get more local control, or at the least, meet and confer, so that the pensions have to come to the city and sit down at the table with us. That has to be number one. We faced a similar issue at Metro during the time that I was on the board, and we were able to protect those people who were already there and who had been promised pensions, but we were able then to modify the system for new people coming on in order to make it sustainable for those coming in the future. I think right as we look at it today, the number one fiscal issue facing the city is an impending budget deficit of about $126 million. I believe that in order to address that, we have to look both at controlling spending and how we can cut spending, and we also have to look at where we can find additional revenues. The main and primary authority the controller has is the ability to be able to conduct audits. I will conduct an audit of Rebuild Houston, and we will find out exactly where the money is going and how it's been spent. I will conduct an audit of the TERSs so we can see how our tax dollars have been taken out of the communities and where the unelected boards being allowed to spend that money, and we will identify where it is. I will fight for you. Again, thank you all for having us out tonight. Number one, I am not a politician. My service over the past 30-odd years that I've lived in Houston has been service to the community. On the board of Goodwill Enterprises, on the board of Search Center, chairman of the board of the American Diabetes Association, on the board of the Downtown YMC and its outreach programs to youth, on the board of Metro, a volunteer position. I'm seeking the office of City Controller not as a politician, but as a concerned citizen. If I did not have a record from the period of time that I served on Metro in helping to turn its finances around from a $40 million deficit when we arrived in 2010 to a $31 million surplus when I left the board 3 months ago, to an upgrade of our bond rating, to passing a referendum that would bring an additional $400 million to Metro, dedicated to its bus service and to retiring its debt, I would not be before you today. I'm asking to serve. I would appreciate that opportunity. And I've heard something here tonight that I didn't know. We have 2 members of this panel